everybody. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, folks.
And happy President's Day weekend. It's finally here.
Yes.
We've been waiting all year long, and here it is again.
Here it is again.
Yes. And you have a special President's Day presentation for us that we'll save for the end of the live, so we can all look forward to that.
And you're going to talk about National Tartar Sauce Day.
Yes, it's also National Tartar Sauce Day. I was going to announce that later, but spoiler alert, it's another special day, and we'll get into that in a bit. But first, let's do Market Watch, where you talk about...
Something's going on back here.
There's a cat running around back there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to talk about the market for 1 minute. Oh, but before we do that, if you're joining us, first of all, thank you. And second of all, let us know in the comments what part of San Diego you're from and what you're up to this weekend.
Yes.
Ready for Market Watch?
This is just the same old stuff. It's the same old song and dance.
Well,
that's according to some folks on YouTube.
Okay. All right. Well,
our market update is just the same old song and dance over and over again.
Okay. Well, let's not dwell on people who don't like us in the YouTube comments, because I'm sure there are some people out there who might like us somewhat.
This is my
and
forum.
These are the people we're talking to.
Okay.
Oh, I started.
Yes, we are talking to the people who do like us.
Right. And yes. If you do like us, then thank you. And if you don't like us, well, we were sorry.
Yes, we were.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
This week in San Diego real estate, the number of homes continued to decline, firming up the 2024 sellers market. Why is it a seller's market? Because new listings and pending sales continue to run neck and neck, slightly more pending sales than new listings, which is why the number of homes for sale continues. It's a sort of gradual slide here. So this is good news for sellers. It means buyers are having to compete more. So if you need some help buying a house, talk to us. We can do everything we can for you to help you get in a home, and that's more than a lot of agents are going to do for you right now. The 30-year fixed interest rate average over the last 7 days, 6.77, up slightly from last week on some hot CPI data. This is expected to level out over the coming days, and median price was up slightly from December to January.
Well, consumer spending in January was worse than expected, so hopefully next week that will help to alleviate these interest rates.
Get out there and spend. What's wrong?
Well, no, we don't want people to spend.
No?
I don't think so, because we want rates to go down. If people aren't spending, that means that the economy is slowing down.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
yes.
So.
Don't spend.
Don't spend.
Stay home.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Americans spent something like $15 billion on Valentine's Day.
I know, that's crazy. I don't know how much I spent, but it certainly wasn't $15 billion.
I might have spent $25 or something. Not that you weren't worth more, but after 27 or 8 or however many Valentine's Days it's been, there's only so much jewelry you can buy.
Well, I have all the jewelry I need. I have these new moon and stars earrings too. They don't really go with my shirt, but I'm wearing them anyway.
I'm representing Rue Formans here tonight.
Nice.
If you want to talk about any fitness supplements that are going to get you ripped
and get jacked.
If you want to get jacked, you got to talk about Rue Formans. We got protein powder. They've got pre-workout hydration supplements, BPC 157. Fat burner, whatever you want.
You need.
Rue Formans has it for you.
All right. Okay, let's talk about National Tartar Sauce Day. Celebrated.
Speaking of fitness.
And I go on these National Today things, and sometimes there's interesting things. And again, I'm sorry, this is the best I could come up with. National Tartar Sauce Day. I do enjoy tartar sauce. I like the tartar sauce at Mitch's in Point Loma.
Yeah, some tartar sauce is good. It's that stuff that we used to get in the school cafeteria that was not so good. But good tartar sauce is good, and it goes well on fish.
Tartar sauce is mainly made from mayo with pickles, capers, herbs, and in some recipes, hard-boiled eggs or lemon juice.
Never had it with hard-boiled eggs.
Maybe I just didn't know. All right, anyway, happy National Tartar Sauce Day. Let's talk about some weekend events around town.
What do you like to put tartar sauce
on?
on?
Yeah, what do you like to put your tartar sauce on?
Tell us in the comments.
Tell us in the comments. Sometimes I like to just eat it with a spoon, but not when anyone else is in the kitchen. Like if everyone is out of the house and I know I've got the house to myself, I'll grab one of the big spoons and.
Just go for it with the tartar sauce. Okay.
All right. The circus is in town. Circus Vargas. So they're in a few locations: Escondido at the North County Mall, Westfield, National City, and Mission Valley Mall. Oh yeah, the 3 places. So they're going on now till I don't know, some other time.
Well, March 15th.
Oh yeah, it depends on where you're going.
Yeah.
The one in Escondido is only till February 19th.
That's
Circuses are a little bit different than when I was a kid. They don't have any animals, and I think that's good. I mean, animals don't need to have a job in the circus.
Yeah, it's a little rough on the animals.
So these are the acts that they have now. We've got a contortionist. I don't know how to pronounce
Aerialist?
that. Yeah, well, I know how to pronounce aerialist, but whatever.
Falcini, yeah.
An aerialist. The ringmaster, Jonathan Lee Iverson. Globe of Death.
Ooh.
Oh, that sounds captivating.
Sounds like a title of a Metallica song.
Yeah. Trapeze. You can't have a circus without trapeze. So and jugglers. Got to have jugglers.
Yeah.
Okay, some comedians. No, wait, Wheel of Death. So we have Globe of Death and Wheel of Death. Okay, there's a lot of...
Why is there so much death? Does there have to be a lot of death?
I don't know. I guess
Isn't
it
there
makes it
enough
more exciting.
death out there without adding more death?
Teeterboard, hoops. Oh, I like hoops. Aerial acrobat, and more foot juggling.
Why
Okay.
couldn't you call it the Globe of Danger?
Okay. Well, I guess that's not as, that's not going to get as many
The
people.
Wheel
up.
of Terror. I don't know.
Wheel of Terror. That's good. Okay. Well, we'll suggest this.
Yes.
Maybe we should go to the circus and ask to talk to the ringmaster.
We should pitch these ideas to the ringmaster. Not so much death. There's kids. You want the kids to show up. You shouldn't.
All right. More stuff. Oh, this Sunday, the San Diego Mycological Society Fungus Fair is at
Fungus
Balboa
Fair.
Park. Vendors, food speakers, live specimens, and expert identification.
Sweet.
This is the kind of weird thing that I would go to. I would go to the Fungus Fair. I almost went to the Kale Festival one time, but I didn't. But I almost did.
That's quite a story.
Looks like we've got mushrooms of Ecuador. We've got a series of talks lined up here.
Looks like a good time.
Like some good stuff.
Yeah.
Good lineup. Anyway, go check that out on Sunday. Let's see, what else is going on? Oh, so the flower fields. You know how we have the flower fields in Carlsbad.
Yes.
Well, apparently they're really in bloom right now because of all the rain. And you can buy tickets to go see them starting on March 1st. So I may or may not buy tickets to go see them. Oh, you can also, they've got tractor rides and all kinds of other stuff. But here's some drone footage of the flower fields. And I don't think I've ever seen drone footage of the flower fields. And I might not now either. I'm not sure what they're making us look at.
It's going to be an ad.
Okay, clean tech. What is this thing?
It's a tool that sucks up all its own dust, apparently.
It saws and
Sands
saws and sands.
Yeah.
Does it do the dishes?
I don't know, but these people seem to...
Oh my gosh, look
it's
at
a
all
whole
that stuff it
collection of
does.
Tools.
Wow, okay. Well, we'll look into that later. But right now we're going to look at some drone footage of the flower fields.
Nice.
I'm just going to sit back here and I'm going to make us a little bit bigger. All right, flower field footage. Ooh, that looks nice.
Hey, James,
Ranunculus.
what's happening?
Oh, James, hey, cheers. Happy Friday, happy President's Day weekend. I don't know, do we have any President's Day weekend events planned?
Events?
Well, like what are we doing this weekend? Tomorrow I'm going to a dance party with some of my friends from my dance crew in Escondido.
I'm going to the gym.
Okay, that's good.
And then Sunday we have a little gathering to go to at a friend's house.
And then Saturday we always have family movie night and
Pizza night.
We were talking about possibly watching a Time Cop with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I can't believe we haven't already watched that for
Well, yeah, I don't know.
for a family movie night, but I guess we were saving it for a special occasion.
Yes, Time Cop.
Cop.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, he didn't do enough movies.
JCVD.
Yeah.
All right, do you think we've seen enough flower fields?
Yes.
Okay, you sound like you're tired of the flower
not
fields.
tired of
Okay,
them,
so you know how they're planning to build the Veterans Park on that piece of land over by the Midway?
Yes.
Well, the Port of San Diego has approved it now.
Good.
So it's going to happen, and they expect that it will be done by 2028. And they had some artist renderings of it here. And I wish I could make this a little bit bigger, but I can't. So
I'm doing my Eugene
maybe I
Levy
can.
impression.
Oh, here we go.
You're not
So this
impressed.
isn't, oh, I didn't see it. I was
That's all
busy.
right.
No, I didn't want to see these people talking. That's all right. Well, anyway, it's going to be here on this screen, but artist rendering. So they're going to knock down that building that's at the very front and build this park, which looks very nice. They've got, a lot of grass and a statue, and I guess the people are probably, those aren't real people.
No, they're artist renderings of people.
Okay. So this is what's there now. And they're going to knock this building down, and then it's all just a parking lot here. And I've parked here before. I'm not sure where everybody's supposed to park to go to the Midway, but
This is, I mean, it's a lovely
kind
park,
of-
but
yeah.
this is something that San Diego keeps doing down here, is to remove parking. And I mean, I get it. We're not all supposed to drive places, but I don't know how else we're supposed to get down here.
Well, you won't be able to park there, but you will be able to go to a park if you can find a place. Here, I'm gonna Google Earth this.
You will be able to pay $30 for parking somewhere else.
Gosh, yeah.
And walk a long way.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so they're going to tear this thing down, and
Nobody's going to miss that.
you can't. Let's see. Can we go out
I
here?
think so.
Yeah, there we go. So all this parking is going away, and it will be a presumably lovely park.
Yes, presumably. It looks like it's going to be nice. I mean, it's a better. It's obviously a better use than a parking lot. It's just that I don't know what
The logistics of
I don't know what
where
we're supposed to
people
do
are
about
supposed
parking.
I know it's a growing problem too.
Well, they want us to not drive downtown, which I get, and I understand that. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with that. However, when you come to downtown from, say, Carmel Mountain Ranch or Poway, there's no public transit to get from here to there.
Yeah, I mean, before John got his license and he was kind of, he had some places to go, we would try and figure out public transportation, and it was always, it's not great.
No,
Not great.
it's overly complicated, and it's going to take you a couple of hours to.
That's the thing. It takes you hours to get somewhere you could drive to in 20 minutes.
There is the Express 235 bus that goes to the courthouse, which gets you sort of kind of in this vicinity, and then of course they would say, well, you could take an Uber.
Oh, that's so expensive though, and you have to
is,
ride in a stranger's car. And
I don't mind walking a half mile or a mile or whatever, but.
oh yeah, I mean, I walk to the library. As far as getting yourself around without a car, that's our rice timer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It's going to beep for a while longer than you want it to. But
Yeah, I mean, I walk into town all the time to go to the
Sure.
library, to Michael's or whatever, but
Yeah,
I can't really walk down here. That would take.
I could walk a mile or two. I could run a mile or two. That doesn't bother me. It's just that how am I supposed to get myself anywhere near the Midway when I don't have a place to park?
All right. Well, we're sort of skirting getting political here. Well, let's really get political now, and we don't usually do that, but we're going to this time, and we're going to talk about the city attorney race.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, I just flipped the screen up. Yeah, I'm going to let you talk about this because
Okay.
you're more involved in local politics than I am, but I think you already know where I'm going with this. We're going to endorse a candidate, which we don't usually do.
Yes.
Hopefully it's not different candidates we're endorsing, but I think we're
going to endorse the
focusing-
same
yeah, okay.
candidate. So the city attorney is up for grabs in 2024. And the current city attorney has termed out after 8 years in office. And here's what San Diego voters should know about the office before you decide on your candidate. The city attorney is the legal advisor for all the city departments, including the city council and the mayor. So basically it is the city attorney. And who is running for city attorney? Heather Ferbert is running, and I'm sure she's a lovely person. However, I don't know her. I've never heard of her. But who I do know
Very well for a long, long time.
For a long time is our friend Brian Mainshine, who served as a District 5 City Council person for several years and has been Assembly District 77 State Assembly person for a long time.
Several years, yeah.
And the criticism that's been leveled against Brian is that he hasn't practiced law in a long time. But
He's writing laws. Maybe
he's-
that's not practicing law, but he's writing the laws. I'm not sure how that doesn't lend him some credibility.
Brian is a sensible dude who believes in real pragmatic solutions to problems. He's not he's not partisan. He's very, neutral and middle of the road and just sort of pragmatic, and I like that about him. Also, he's our friend, so how could we not wholeheartedly endorse Brian Mainshine?
Yes, Brian for city attorney.
Brian Mainshine for city attorney, and that's the only political race that Team Edelman is going to talk about this political season. Unless you want to talk about the presidential race,
No,
we're
not. No, we're not going to go there. No, I mean, if you want to, message us privately, maybe Eric will talk to you about that.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
I'm not stepping in that pile of cow.
Let's move on to some snow-capped mountains.
Ooh.
So we had all the precipitation lately, and I've seen some snow-capped mountains. So this is just kind of a reminder that as you're driving around the county, look up at the mountains because a lot of them have snow on them. They keep popping up ads at that.
I know, of course they do. Yes, as you drive around, you will see.
And here's a local photographer who has captured some images.
Where is
There's supposed to be more than one.
That's an awesome shot there. Where
It
is
is.
that? Is that San Juan Capistrano? It looks like a
I don't know.
mission.
I thought it was supposed to be San Diego, but it doesn't look like it,
looks
does
like
it?
San Juan Capistrano.
And now I can't get this window to close. Here, let's go back. Mount Laguna from Shelter Island. Okay, yeah,
wow,
all right.
that's
So is that the California Tower or
Balboa
that's
Park
an
Tower.
Yeah, the California Tower at Balboa Park. Oh yeah, the Balboa Park Tower. Okay.
Yeah, it was thrown there because it didn't look, because I saw
the rocks here look. Yeah, no, okay.
It's just like you're used to. Yeah, I'm used to seeing the view of downtown, but I've never really looked at that.
And they're calling it
Balboa Park.
The Balboa Park Tower, but that's the California Tower.
Yes, and that's Mission Hills essentially.
Yeah. Okay. So that was Mount Laguna. Here's Mount Cuyamaca.
Yes.
From University of San Diego.
Light dusting of snow there.
And then here we have more Mount Laguna from OB. Also visible is the Junipero Serra Museum in Presidio Park. So this guy really got like interesting angles where he has local landmarks and then a mountain, a snow-covered mountain behind it. San Bernardino Mountains from Mount Soledad.
He should come and stand in our backyard and get a picture of Mount Woodson. Doesn't have any snow on it.
That's true. We do now have a view of Mount Woodson.
Thank you, Lennar.
For cutting down all the trees.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, so let's watch a throwback video.
You said you didn't have that much stuff today. This is a lot of stuff.
I know. I guess I had more than I thought. So this is a News 8 throwback video, and we love those.
Yeah.
Now this. Oh, you know what? I know you don't like this, but
it's all right.
we just got to it this late in the evening. So this is of Poway in 1977, and apparently there was a building moratorium, which I didn't realize.
At one time, huh?
Turn on desktop audio. So this is only a minute long, but let's go ahead and full screen it and play it.
The Poway moratorium, which began last January on a temporary 4-month basis, permits continued work on projects for which subdivision maps had already been approved before it went into effect. In addition, anyone owning a single lot in an already subdivided area will be allowed to build. On this basis, enough shelter could be provided for an estimated 7,000 persons added to the present population of 32,000. So despite the moratorium, Poway could be the scene of feverish growth during the next 8 months. Meanwhile, during the moratorium, Poway will seek additional sewer capacity from the city of San Diego's metropolitan sewer system. And Poway will also have a chance to update its own community plan to control future growth of the once strictly rural community. Harold Keene reporting for TV8 News from Poway.
Well, that was a short and sweet story.
Let's go! Put your hands together for the world-famous Harlem.
And turn this off. Okay, so I had never heard of this Poway building moratorium. So I asked Gemini, which is the new generation of Google AI. It used to be Bard, now is Gemini, and I like Gemini. They're not always right, but they always have plenty of helpful advice.
I was such good friends with Bard.
I know. Well, now you have Gemini. So there was a Poway building moratorium in 1977. It was a temporary halt on new construction within the city limits. Enacted in April and lasted for several months. So I guess that was, that happened, and the rest is history.
Several months.
Right. Okay.
Way to stick to your guns, Poway.
Okay. Oh, let's see. I have one more thing, but I'm going to save it till the end. Do you want to do your President Weekend presentation before or after my last piece?
Whatever you like.
Okay. Let's go ahead and you can talk about say your thing.
All right, so President's Day weekend, here we are. And President's Day is a federal holiday that's always celebrated on the third Monday of February. And of course, this year, February 19th. It was originally established in 1885 in recognition of George Washington, and the holiday became popularly known as President's Day as part of the 1971 Uniform Monday Holiday Act. And this was an attempt to create more three-day weekends for the nation's workers, to which we say, right on, bro. More three-day weekends.
Nobody pays us to take time off, but anyway.
Well, they should all be three-day weekends. But when the banks are closed and the escrow companies are closed, what am I going to do, man? It's a day off. Of course, if you want to go see a house, then, we'll get off our butts and do that for you. So several states still have individual holidays celebrating the Abraham Lincoln's birthday. I remember when I was in grade school, this was after 1971, but we were still talking about Lincoln's birthday and Washington's birthday. It's all just been lumped into President's Day.
Dead President's Day.
Yes. What do we celebrate on President's Day? This was Richard Nixon's order, plainly called the newly placed holiday Washington's birthday, and it was not long before the shift to President's Day began. It was sort of sandwiched in between what used to be Washington's birthday and Lincoln's birthday to honor them both. And then marketers, of course, this all became commercialized and lumped it all into President's Day. So
President's Day bargains advertised at stores around the country.
But we want to soften consumer spending, so don't go out and splurge for President's Day. The car dealerships, furniture stores, they're all going to be trying to get you out to buy stuff, but you don't want to do that.
There's one thing you should buy this weekend, though. We should have a President's Day sale. So let's see, if someone buys a house this weekend and has us represent them, what can we do?
I'll credit them $1,000 at the close of escrow.
Oh, I was going to say we'd come over and cook them a dinner or something.
Okay, never mind.
Maybe that too.
I'm not doing both. You can choose. You can choose us in your kitchen to cook you a phenomenal dinner, or you can get $1,000 credit towards whatever you like.
I think I know what people are going to pick.
Probably.
All right. Anyway, either one of those offers, I guess we'll have to stand by that.
But you must mention this offer at the time of contract ratification.
Additional fees and overcharges may apply.
That's right. You got to mention the offer at the time your contract is accepted. I don't want to hear about this a day before closing. Oh, hey, what happened to that President's Day offer?
Yeah, no, right. When
my position is you got a greeting that started with H, so how's $20 sound?
That's a rather obscure reference.
Yes, it's a Seinfeld reference. Yeah. So by the mid-'80s, Washington's birthday was known to many Americans as President's Day, and the shift was solidified in the early 2000s. So that is essentially what President's Day is all about. And if you want more detail on President's Day, you can really dive deep by just going to your Google and typing President's Day Wiki, and then you'll get the Wikipedia page that just goes on and on and on for paragraphs and paragraphs. Look at all these references. It's important when you're doing research to have these references. For any of you who want to do research and come up with theories about things, have references.
A lot of them from different sources.
A lot of references from different sources is always a good...
Don't pick just one and say, hey, these fools on the internet said this, so it must be true.
Don't tell me what the guy on Shark Tank said. Have references for me. All right.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for the President's Day weekend history lesson.
I do what I can.
Happy President's Day weekend. Everyone, I have one more thing to talk about. Let's go to Australia, where an Australian beach hosted the ice bath world record attempt.
Australia.
Yeah. And
ice bath.
Yes. A health and wellness company in Australia set a record when 509 people took ice baths at the same time on a beach. Yeah.
Get this underneath your arm here so you don't rip it out of my ear. We need like a longer
I
headphone
know.
or something.
We'll figure it out. We'll think of it.
Yes.
The people have braved freezing temperatures in Fremantle for the world's largest ice bath. But the day was about more than setting a record, with organisers raising awareness about mental health and the benefits of an icy plunge.
Combined 45 pools, 600 people, icy cold water. And you get a new world record attempt, the largest group ice bath.
Which you couldn't believe. There's 8 billion people on the planet, and there's records for putting Maltesers in your mouth, but not a Guinness biggest ice bath.
Among the trailblazers, ice bath amateurs.
A bit nervous. I'm actually trying not to think about it too much. I think it'll shock me when I go in.
And veterans too.
It's fantastic. Really good feeling.
Basically drop in like you're meditating, and yeah, it's got some incredible healing effects, ice bath. Really good for you.
It's that goodness organisers want to share, all while raising money for Beyond Blue.
I'll show people that using cold exposure, i.e. ice baths and so on, has very positive mental and physical effects to help people. It elevates the mood.
With pools filled with beach water, plenty of ice, and a Guinness World Record adjudicator to watch over Leighton Beach.
It is my great pleasure to be here as one of 34 officially authorised Guinness World Record adjudicators on the planet.
It was time to freeze.
This is it, you're making history.
And breathe.
To say the water is nippy right now is quite the understatement. It is -1 degree. To get the temperature this cool, 640 kilos of ice is in each of these pools. It's hard to describe. I'm trying to find my words. Not your first rodeo, but is it colder than you expected? You know what? It is a bit actually. But with you guys around me, I'm feeling quite warm.
3 minutes later, the record successfully set. The day, one for the ages. Hundreds of names now destined for the history books. Stephen Thomas for 10 News First.
Steve taking one for the team there.
In the spirit of freezing their butts off.
We could do this right here in San Diego.
Yes, we could, and we should.
All right. So you are preparing a delicious
Stir fry.
Stir fry.
Yes.
Stir fry Friday.
Yes, indeed.
And it smells really good, and I'm getting hungry.
Well, all I got to do is cook the veggies, and we're good to
Oh,
go.
Art.
Hello, Art.
Seinfeld episode. Eric will know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Yes. Whatever Seinfeld quote you want to throw out, I can probably...
We got it. Yeah, we've
yes.
seen them all.
Yes, indeed. Well, thanks for showing up, Art, there at the...
And James, too.
And
Art
James,
and
yes. I, at this point, have nothing else to add, really.
That's all we got. It's the best we could do.
It's President's Day weekend. Everybody get out there, have a good time, stay safe, and let's keep that consumer spending down so that the Fed doesn't do anything stupid like raise rates again. We need mortgage rates to settle down, so that'll,
Not just us. Anybody who wants to do anything with houses.
I think it would be a good thing for everybody if we
Yeah.
could settle it down a bit.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, Art, James. Hope you all have a great weekend. Anyone watching later, you have a great weekend too, and we'll see you next time.